Hey guys, Frank from Glued and Screwed here, and today I want to talk to you about the Bosch 3725 DEVS 5-inch random orbital sander. I've had this sander for about a month, 2 months now, and it's definitely changed the way that I sand. I really like its design. So I just kind of want to talk to you about it and kind of show you my thoughts. So right off the bat, you can notice it's definitely larger than a normal kind of palm style sander. It's a little bit longer. It's maybe 12 to 14 inches long with the filter. But all in all, with the exception of like getting into tight spaces, really not that big of an inconvenience. One of the things that I really like about it is just this overall kind of drill style grip. You can tell it's definitely modeled after a drill or some sort of other hand tool like that. Has a variable speed right here on the top of that handle, from 1 to 6, which you can kind of adjust up and down, depending on how aggressive you want to be with it. On the side over here, well, you'll see kind of the trigger wraps around where your finger would. There is a trigger lock, so if you got it locked on, you can just hold that and it'll just run for you, so you don't have to constantly hold that trigger, which is really helpful. Great for like long periods of sanding, if you're doing something like a table or a door, where you're going to be sanding for at least an hour and working your way through the grits. That's a huge help. The top, quite honestly, I don't really hold it by the top very often, but it is kind of helpful. It's a good size, but like I said, I would definitely wouldn't hold it like this. I typically hold it like this. And speaking of which, that front kind of knob is really nice. It's a little more flat in shape versus kind of like a kind of like a turning knob or something where it's a little more round. This one's nice and flat, so you almost just kind of like grab it in your palm and just kind of reach around it like that. So it gives you a lot of control, and you can really just kind of move through the piece. Right now I have the air filter hooked up to it. It just kind of pops right off, and you just pop this apart and then dump it out and clean it. The air filter does help a lot. It's not as great as a dust collection, which they do make an attachment for. It comes with it. This just kind of clips right in, and then you just hook your dust nozzle to it. Obviously that's the best. If you have that option, great, go for it. But even just the filter is really great. It's definitely better than a traditional bag. I definitely noticed a humongous improvement between a traditional bag and this, so that was really nice. Standard hook and loop pad, nothing crazy. It's got the standard 8-hole system, so you just line up your holes and hook it to it, and you're ready to go. But seriously, overall, this has been a wonderful sander. Again, it's definitely bigger than a traditional model. With the filter on it, you're definitely looking at something 12 to 14-ish inches from tip to tip, but it's so comfortable that it really doesn't bother me, especially like I said, doors, tables, large pieces, even shelving units type stuff. Some of that big long stuff that you're going to be there for a while, this is really my go-to sander. Even though I do have palm sanders, which are obviously a little more portable, this one's really nice for just kind of long periods. Definitely a traditional workhorse, and has been just an absolute champ in the shop, so I definitely like it. And it also does come in a 6-inch model. I think it's the 3727 DEVS versus the 3725, which is the 5-inch model. But just overall, an absolute great sander, well made, well built. The dust collection on it is fantastic when you have it hooked up. Definitely keeps the dust way down and not in your way. So overall, definitely recommend. And please check out the link below for the full write-up. It is kind of, you'll see it in my Instagram a little bit when I was sanding a barn door recently, and definitely check it out. Links below, and please like, comment, and subscribe.